Alrighty, welcome to week 0, or technically week 1. It is Bloomington versus FCS Midwest. And as I went over the roster last time, I probably should have done some type of pre-scrimmage, somewhat of a scrimmage, splitting up the roster into two separate teams. One surprise of the starters, and the other surprise of pretty much their backups, pretty much. But this FCS Midwest matchup should pose a challenge, but hopefully Bloomington pretty much come away with the victory. But before I do that, I forgot to go over the recruiting board. The good old recruits for season 1. Season 1 of Bloomington, pretty much. Now, number 1 on the board is clearly a punter, because we need, at least I need a punter. Going to need a punter next season. Maybe the season after that, but so we got Jalen Isaacs, a punter. He's from Cleveland, Ohio, which is okay. He is 6 foot, 174 pounds. Number 2 on the board is Stephen Davis. He's a corner. He's from Tampa. I should probably keep it down, but so far we're in first place. But look at the competition. All right. Next up is a guard, left guard to be exact, on the offensive line. He's from Chicago. Mr. Malik Perfect. Like I said, he's from Chicago. He is 6 foot, 286 pounds. And I hope he moves pretty good. Alright. Ofase Trelolo, tackle. He's from Windsor, Connecticut, it looks like. Well, I hope he develops pretty good. And then, last but not least, Warren Kruger. He's got some competition, but he's from Solon, Ohio. He's 6'3", 180. And then those are I think 5 targets so far. There's obviously more on the board, but the five that's on there are the main targets. And my brother just came out of his bedroom, and he's about to come in here any minute now. Alright, we're probably gonna get demolished because, like I said, Bloomington is just kids that didn't make it through high school. Like I said, that's the story of the Bloomington Beavers. Even though the logo looks like a sword, but even though the logo pretty much looks like a sword, but. And it looks like Bloomington has been the favorite. Good morning.
You better be good.
I ain't being haved.
Now what are you doing?
I'm just sitting here. Sitting here winding down to go to bed.
Come to an end, and we're ready to open a new campaign.
I need a referee.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rebels offense will get the ball first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why.
I should probably look at the roster. Alright, so we are looking for Mr. Dilworth and Ben Frankie. Alright, Dilworth running back.
Bracy.
Tubbs.
Tubbs is a senior, though.
Yeah. Then we got Flowers. And 5. Meadows. Ruth. Tryon.
Bill's a senior. Tubbs is a senior.
Don't worry.
Ainsworth, and then you got Phelps. Schuler.
Yep, and then
7 wide receivers.
They need to order their depth chart.
Meters,
Ruth, and Tryon's the ones I'm worried about.
Yeah.
And maybe Hainsworth. All right, tight end Beal.
Wilkerson and Cobb McNeil.
Beal and Wilkerson. And then, yes, Cobb McNeil, and then they got more tight ends down here, but nothing to be worried about. Okay, cool.
Should trust him, Reese, but here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Fires downfield. Got his man to the left. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels have...
I need to turn off the vibration of the controller. Let's see here. It's probably not in here. Turn that off. Turn that OU off.
A lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Runs from the tackle. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Now the play fake. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sure hands, it's Wilkerson. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the 2nd level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
To the air on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. End off from the shotgun. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up. You got to communicate.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's moving out of the pocket.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water with this offense so backed up. They're able to get to him for a sack, and I give the quarterback credit because I thought he was about to take a safety. Somehow he was able to stay out of the end zone.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going to run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Motion from the back. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle, it's Beal. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the bad news is they take a sack on 3rd and short. The good news, though, the quarterback had the awareness to not keep dropping back and backing up, losing yards. He took a loss, but they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to salvage 3 points.
During the play, the defense.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot. so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds a man in the middle. Turning it on. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Nestled just inside that right upright. The lead is down to a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Can't hold on, he had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Down 6-3 early, they'll try to put together a drive to take the lead. To throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Give a timeout for the offense. Penalty will be up. It'll be second down.
Looking at a second and short now.
Second and short.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
And here comes the punt team. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Under fire. He'll heave it deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Rebels decide to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, running back gets the give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They'll run play action. Complete out of the backfield. Open space at the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
There we go. Get him in space.
First down. Reset.
All right.
Reset on down. First down.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the extra point gives him a 10-6 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is...
Alright, booth review. If I can stink and get there. Alright, I think, hold on. Celebrations, I believe.
Nope.
No, that's not it. Stats.
Score and summary.
We might have to do it at the end of the game.
...themselves after that last drive.
Touchdown.
Alright. Back in it now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quick spin on the run. He's got 42 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fakes to grab. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down, 4th down coming from the 48. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Both teams with production early. Now they go back to work up 10-6. He'll pull it down and run. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Able to get just a few before sliding trying to avoid the hits. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield. It's Beal. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Rebels trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you just sort of get the drive going. Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. You could break this down a lot of ways, but on that play, the quarterback just believed his guy was better than the defense.
And he was really right. And anytime you get pressed man where that corner on the outside is all the way up on the line of scrimmage, trying to get hands on that wide receiver, if I win right away, oh man, you can make a big play on the outside, and he makes a big play for his quarterback.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Caught behind the line. It's Hardy. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing the first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, first and goal.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Gonna run it. It's Flowers. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Little touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll go back to work on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last run.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
From the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
At the 20-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
PAT unit on the field. Oh, how could that happen? He misses the extra point. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's forced. The ball's loose. Look at the big fella roll. Defense has it, they're on the move. And he's going to take that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. The scoop and score. What a lift they can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's James. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
He now has 62 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. It's Beal. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
The Rebels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Fires to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open.
And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets a block. He's taken out of bounds at the 48. A really good return, gets it close to midfield. Now this offense is back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I gotta score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Let's see.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Almost had the completion, just missed it. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already put one 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Then so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. And the Rebels will hustle to the line.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
This pass rush rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
We gotta be having this quarterback before we throw.
The Rebels will call on their punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the returner will be brought down. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off play action on first down. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here's a hit. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't hang on, it's incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's complete on the right side. Crosses the 30, he's got to land. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Looking for the score. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Rushes on him. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure coming. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And the Rebels in the hurry up.
And it's just a pick your poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Hauls it in. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The offense in hurry-up mode. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
What a great job on this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
The defense is just killing it. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll pull it down. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Now on first down from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Caught. Makes the tackle. The 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Not a chance. Missed it. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And now this offense will take the field again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that too offensively by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
Well, they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The inside handoff. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. He splits the get rights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, Go get the first down and keep this drive rolling.
The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Beal. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10.
That's a first down for the offense.
Off play action. Got his man on the right. 4 wideouts set 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Quick strike complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They just keep firing. Got his man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. They get to the line quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. They'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That'll cut the lead to 13. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Used to play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Strickland. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you've kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards and you've thrown a couple of touchdowns.
Oh, he's got some space. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running.
Flying down the left side. All the way in for the touchdown. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get this.
Holding.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
I for sure thought that was going to take. I for sure thought that was going to take.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. They marched 78 yards down the field. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Finds a little space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. He'll pull it on the read. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for second down. Leaves it with the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Snap from the gun on third down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's third down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, throwing the shoulder to get the first down on third down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success with complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
The The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field.
To kick it away.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Off the play fake on first down. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
The incomplete pass brings up third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Here's the handoff. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Might as well give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Rebels are on the move.
Here we go, here we go.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll go full wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Looking down the middle. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a 3rd down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and not his best work. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same. Completions and touchdowns. This dude's a machine.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
Gives it on the option. Plows through the defense. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Good timing on the quick out. And it's in there for a touchdown.
The second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. This time he's got it. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They want to throw it. Setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
What they do? What they do? They failed the final exam or what?
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive.
Let's go, let's go.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted to stop the threat.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
He'll do it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
All right, if you're a quarterback in that situation, you know there's nowhere to go, so just
Cut your losses.
You're right, absolutely. Slide, don't take the extra punishment. Just give up on the play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Sends it downfield. He's got it on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
The Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires complete on the crosser. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Hey, I gotta be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Here we go, here we go.
The play action fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I'll tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Knocked down for the tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. They bring the punter onto the field now. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Hainsworth. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. With that, great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback running on the draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Backed up now, here's second and long. Sends it back in motion. To the air on second down. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught for the touchdown.
Everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Flowers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the offense onto the field again. So far, this has been a most frustrating performance for this junior quarterback. The passing game's really been ineffective. They just haven't been able to generate explosive plays. Makes the quick grab. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
He's tired of stopping the quarterback too much.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Back to pass. Under fire. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Rebels send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Turning it on. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on first down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. And they're in for a touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. And they haven't got the outing they had hoped for from this junior quarterback. Big plays in the passing. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. And they're able to get him down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now, and they may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. The throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
This defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds.
Breaks into the open.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Here we go.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets it out quickly. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the track.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The offensive line coach will be pulling his hair out. His head coach is okay right now because they're winning the game, but from an O-line standpoint, they've been atrocious in pass pro.
Just a little off. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. And it is a good idea to gain tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Play number 9 on this drive. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After another clutch third down conversion, it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Cutting it close now with third and goal upcoming. They'll try to pound their way in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Going right to work up top. Rush is on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going to swing it on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kemp. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And this game is obviously out of hand, but I think the fans would argue too at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit.
There he goes. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down.
On to kick it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Shakes off the defender.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to win the game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.